G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads, episode 561, 30th to the 11th, 2017. Welcome one and all. Yes, we aren't paused like some other major technology in Australia. We'll get to that pretty soon. We are brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au. If you're after some web space for your blog or a small little business or medium or large business, actually, web page space, just jump on there, athwebhosting.com.au. All right, we got a good show this week. We've got Jordan and Warlock back. So how are we going, Jordan? You come back?
I'm back.
Good stuff.
Finally.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I think you were away last week.
I was away. Yes, I was at a school. My little girl, she's in not the choir, but she's in, I don't know, strings. No, not strings. She's in, I don't know, clarinets and saxophone.
The orchestra.
Yeah, that's it. But there's two different
people.
Yeah, just two different things. Because, yeah, for whatever reason. But anyway.
At the same time? Wow, that's clever.
Yes. So how are you, Jace? Good?
Yeah, not too bad. Having fun developing for the Fitbit and stuff.
Oh, I've got a story for you later on too. You might want to develop for.
I've got three clock faces done. I've just done a game, you know, that memory game where it's got all the cards turned over. You tap on one, and you tap on another, and you have to try and match them.
Yes.
If you get them the same, they stay turned over. Otherwise, they flip back over again. Well, you can play that on your watch now.
Oh, right.
I've got it so you can pick 4 different designs for the back of the cards, 2 red and 2 blue, and you can have trees or shapes or Christmas. I put the Christmas one on there for people who like Christmassy things.
Oh, nice.
And a couple other different things. So,
oh, good stuff. How'd you going off?
Giving that one away free.
Oh, trying to suck them in, eh? Suck them in with a free one. Good stuff. Now, look, remind me, there's a story for you later on that another device that very similar to the to that device there. You got the Fitbit. You might want to start programming for. Going to boom.
The first one's free, but after that, it's going to cost you.
Now, look, I got a little bone to pick with you, Jace, for you and Will from last week.
Chicken?
No, just steak.
You did an
T-bone.
awesome show.
I know it was a great show, but my bone is that I get the YouTube message that the show is unsuitable for various audiences. So I just want to know.
It's so awesome that we blew their minds. I'm sorry, we can't help it. It's just natural.
I want to know what sort of
comments from the week earlier when I was on were pretty good too.
Oh, that's good. Yes,
I did see a story though that Google and YouTube are going to start censoring demonetized shows. So if you can't monetize it, they're going to remove it from the search so people won't be able to find it.
Oh, right. Yeah, well,
there must be a reason that they can't let you monetize it, and there must be a bad one, so therefore why let people watch it?
Yeah, well, I got this message from YouTube, after you uploaded it, and it goes, oh, this video is unsuitable for certain audiences around the world. And so anyway, I went further into it, and the reasoning was it was just, it had some restricted content. So,
at least they watched it.
What?
Well, this is true. Yes, they went.
Usually, nobody at YouTube watches it. Somebody who's just a random person watches it, and they go, "Oh yeah, I think I'm going to report this," and picks a random reason, then reports it just to be a troll for the lulz.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
who believes them over the actual content producers? There's a really good, funny cartoon that I've watched in the past called Foamy the Squirrel, and YouTube had just demonetized like 90% of his videos, and he can't get the audience anymore, and he doesn't get any revenue. He used to that was his only job, I think, was making this cartoon. It was really funny, but they decided there was a little bit of swearing in a couple of them, so they demonetized 90%. Now he can't make any money. No one can find any of his videos, and he keeps on saying, can people please just tell YouTube that this is good, and he's a content creator. You have to talk to content creators and say, can I watch this? And they're like, no, you can't monetize that. So he's just going broke and really frustrated.
I wonder why. They didn't. Is this the one you're talking about?
That's Foamy.
Yeah, okay. I thought
he just gets really annoyed. He's a bit like angry Aussie. He just gets really annoyed. He's like, why the heck is this happening? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And then he just does a few funny ones that are hilarious.
I thought you said...
One I really liked where he was teaching a baby squirrel how to play poker, and he's Texas Hold'em poker, and he's like, now you need to put out 3 blinds. And he's like, I don't want to be blind. Don't poke my eyes out. And stuff like this. really funny.
I thought you said throw me the squirrel. So I typed
foamy.
in foamy, Foamy, foamy the squirrel. All right, we'll have a look at him later on.
I'm glad you found it anyway.
Yeah, so is the guy Ill Will Press. Yeah, I guess he's happy too. But anyway,
this will make sure that our show will not be monetized because it's got foamy in it now, and
Probably.
somebody else's IP. So,
what
can you do, eh?
I stuck up for you anyway, Jace. I wrote back to YouTube and I said, "Are you kidding me? These guys
Screw
wouldn't."
you, hippies.
So these guys wouldn't offend anyone.
Have you seen some of the stuff that's on your systems and you censored this show?
Yes. Oh, but
There's some terrible, terrible stuff out there. And we just talk about, hating on Apple, hating on Google, hating on everyone.
I know lots of
We
parents.
don't even swear.
Lots of parents that block YouTube from their kids. There's lots of stuff on.
you can get, I think, right down the bottom there.
Kids YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a restricting setting right at the bottom of YouTube you can turn on, but that only works if that person who's done the YouTube video has, ticked the box to restrict it.
Yeah.
The other problem
using
is a
that
lot of
one,
kids will play like Angry Birds, and I'll say to watch an Angry Birds YouTube video, click here. So the kids click it, they watch Angry Birds, and then YouTube automatically says, "Oh, you watched that one. Here's a list of suggestions of other things you can watch." So they watch that, and then another list of suggestions, and eventually you end up somewhere bad.
Yeah.
I had my kids on there, and I ended up getting the kids YouTube because it's. I think it's the parents pick the videos that are suitable and let YouTube know if something's not. So you don't get anything bad on them. But my kids were watching, game videos.
Oh,
and the narrators on those videos were horrible.
Yes.
Bad language.
Yes.
PewDiePie. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think your kids would be into the Minecraft. Is that right?
Oh, Minecraft and what's the Goat Simulator or whatever it is.
Oh, right.
And the narrators on those things are full on.
Stampy Longnose is usually good, I think.
Yeah, we use kids YouTube and never an issue. It's a great app.
Well, I don't
Made by
actually.
Google.
I probably should have a look and see what is actually going on because I don't use the kids' YouTube, but I don't think the kids hear the swearing every now and then, but I don't think it gets.
Oh, you can't pull the wool over their eyes permanently.
No, that's right. I think they'll watch that Dan TTM or whatever his name is, and he's a Minecraft dude, and he's not too bad. I don't know if he does swear. Actually, it's not a bad one. I think my kids are pretty good. If it gets a bit too crude or too rude, they'll tell me, and they just won't watch it. They just go, no, that's too many
good kids in, aren't they?
Yeah, too many rude words in that one. I say, yeah,
bring
good.
them up right.
Turn it off, I say. Turn that one off. So anyway, YouTube. I wrote to YouTube, and I said I was disgusted in their attitude towards our show, and so they reinstated it.
Hooray!
Yes.
Beautiful.
You can't keep down Australia's top 2 podcasters like that.
That's right. I was worried there for a second. I was going to have to take something away from you, take that title away. But YouTube, they come to the party.
Take them off the front cover.
That's right.
We get up again. Nobody's going to keep us
That's
down.
it. You're off the front cover now.
That's it. Yeah, it took Jay's 5 years to get there. All right.
My fashion career is over.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget the Aussie Tech Radio. You can get that on the TuneIn radio app, cross-platform, and you can just search for Aussie Tech Radio. We'll go to the aussietechradio.com if you want to have a look at that. You can get us on facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and a plethora of other places. Just type in Aussie Tech Heads, you'll get everything. We've got a pretty good Google search going if you just type in Aussie Tech Heads. That's good. Look, I got an email through the week. It wasn't from a listener.
Congratulations, I got several.
Yeah, I sent them
You're
all.
not very popular, are you, Glenn?
No.
I got one email. Hey, everybody on the internet, Glenn got an email. Woo!
Yeah, it's like a poke machine here. Bells and whistles go off. It all happens. Yes, but I got an email through the week, and I don't know. It probably was from a listener, but it was from a guy called Brewster Kahl. Now, he's the founder and digital librarian of archive.org. Now, it wasn't actually a personal email. It was just sent out looking for money. So anyway, I just thought, I don't know if people have heard of archive.org, but I thought I would...
They should. It's got the Wayback Machine. It's the most awesomest thing. Have you played with that?
Yeah, there was something happened to one of my websites that I built a little while back, and the person came to me and said, "Oh, it's been hacked or defaced or something." And I said, "Oh, right, okay." And then my the backup or something didn't work because it was so old. There was few, like an old Joomla, and I couldn't be bothered. And so I just said, look, I'll just quickly do something.
You should have had Drupal, shouldn't you?
I should have had Drupal. But anyway, alas, no, Drupal was not available.
Wouldn't know our in-joke there.
No, not at all.
No, have you heard of Drupal or Drupal?
I have actually. I nearly played with it one day, but yeah.
No,
I've never been there.
I asked this guy one time to do some voiceovers for us. That I was going to play at the start of the show or whatever, and because it's called Drupal, and it says you got WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, and then as he was doing his voiceover, he sent him up to me, and he just referred to it. He goes, install WordPress, Joomla, and Drupal. Like this.
It's still on the start of the show every week, isn't it? The same one?
Yes.
You say it the same way?
Yeah. I say it like that now because that just took off. I like it.
And more.
That's right. That's right. Drupal and more. That's right. But anyway, archive, Wayback Machine. So web page went down, and I went to the Wayback Machines, and it showed me how the web page looked, and I just sort of copied it back off. So it come in handy. So the Wayback Machine is, if you still don't understand what it is I don't know how you get there, Jace. Is it just waybackmachine.com or just Google it anyway?
I think it's like, web archive, Wayback Machine.
Yeah, so if you Google it, and then once you're in there, you can type in any web page that you like, even Microsoft, and you can go back to 98, say, and you can see what the Microsoft page looked like in 1998.
Archive.org/web.
Wow. Archive.org/web.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
And that's based on that. What was the cartoon? And they had the little kid and his dog who was really clever, and they used the Wayback Machine to go back in time and
Peabody.
Yeah.
Sherman.
That's where the Wayback Machine idea came from.
Yeah. So what I'll do? Look, let's have a look at it. Let's see if we can bring one of these up. Now there's Foamy Wayback Machine.
This was spelled WABAC Wayback Machine. And I think that was the inspiration for the Internet Archives one.
Oh, yeah. So there we go. So, archive.org/web. You're right. Yeah. So if we go, I don't know, who do you want to look at? We'll say apple.com. See what they look like. Yep. So we'll browse the history. And then we'll get a bit of a history. Comes up with a calendar or a timeline, actually, by the look of it. Oh, look at that. So all those...
Please, can you give us money from...
Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec.
Jimmy Wales. Go away, Jimmy. I want to have a Chrome plugin that blocks Jimmy Wales begging every year.
He only does it this time of year too. He must think we don't have enough.
He does it for like a month or something. Like, please, nobody do. Dude, you're funded by millionaires. Get over it.
Yeah, it's not as if we got money to splash around at Christmas time. And so this is apple.com in 1998. So
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's pretty basic.
It would have taken 5 minutes or 10 minutes to load each page back then too, I'd reckon.
Oh, I reckon it would have. That's why it's all text.
I remember all of these image optimizers we used to use to try and get the size of your first page down with all the images on it. Don't put too much on there. Make sure you specify the width and height of every image because it'll pre-populate the spacing so that the text will be drawn straight away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stretchable.
So that's
Netscape Gold.
Oh, Netscape Gold, yes.
That was awesome. I loved Netscape Gold.
But anyway, the Wayback Machine is there. Archive.org is there. What it's
cool.
Yeah, what it's trying to do is... I'll read the blurb, it'd be easier. You're one of the special people who keeps the Internet Archive going strong, independent and ad-free. We're a non-profit website that the whole world depends on. Not everyone can afford to give, but you can. But I can I? Oh, I can. Yeah, okay.
I'd rather donate to Internet Archive than Jimmy Wales.
And yeah, look, I've donated to it because that's where we host all the podcast episode. No, not anymore. But the video version for iTunes is hosted on archive.org. And that's good. You don't pay for the bandwidth or anything. It's really good. So every day, blah blah. What does he do? So maybe so more and more that. So where does he actually get to what he does? Who would want to read a book? Why collect TV? Isn't it all garbage anyway? For 21 years, the Internet Archive has been dedicated to a single mission: to give everyone access to all knowledge forever for free. Did you know this year we have saved 200 terabytes of government data that are now dark, fixed more than 3 million broken links in Wikipedia, and archive 757 million tweets. My goodness, I didn't know they were keeping tweets.
And they also host emulators so you can play your old arcade games and computer games for free.
Yeah, right. Can you download the emulators?
No, you just use it in your browser. It's like JavaScript.
Yeah, nice. Keeping up, blah, 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 and it just goes on. So anyway, they're after a $25 donation, but I think you will only...
So if there's that picture that you uploaded on the internet years and years and years ago and you never
Still
want
there.
to see it again, it's still there.
Still there.
Yep.
That's
Nothing
right.
goes away. It's destroys and effect and everything.
Shouldn't have taken that selfie.
No, that's right. Selfies are bad. All right, I chucked out my selfie stick the other day. I never used it. Yeah, the Bluetooth button broke.
Archive.org/details/internet arcade.
Oh, hang on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at
We
this.
talked about this on Old Fight Geeks in one of the episodes we did probably a year ago.
Archive.org /
It's amazing to think you can. It's amazing to think you can get on and just play all those games in your browser these days compared to back then.
Yeah,
/ details /
the machines we needed to run these things back then were, we thought were amazing.
And we're like $50,000.
Yeah,
that's right.
You can play it in your browser, JavaScript.
Did you see the size of my hard drive? It was 32 meg.
Oh, yeah. How big was
It
that?
was amazing.
What about those old XT machines, those old IBM XT machines? Like they were pretty much the first ones. The hard drive, I think, was like about 30 centimetres long. And they were just as heavy. It was like it was encased in gold. It was like a big gold case, that just...
I'm not old enough. My first one that I ever bought was a 386SX25.
Oh, right, yes. Well, I never actually...
But my uncle had an XT, so...
Yeah, well, I never had an XT, but that's when I was working in the bank, when the PCs first come in, we all got XTs in the only one per branch. Well, they wouldn't give us, wouldn't give us one each. But
I messaged you the link in Zoom.
Oh, okay. What was after details?
Internet arcade, one word.
Oh, arcade. I won't do the link because it stuffs me. All right, let's see if this works. Arcade. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, look, Jimmy. Look, Brewster's looking for money. Oh, yeah, look at all these. All these games. This is all right. Joust, Bio Attack, Defender.
I love Joust on the Micro-B.
Oh, geez, the Micro-B. I remember Micro-Bs. But, yeah, archive.org/details/internet arcade. All right, so can you search? Let's search. So can you search like Galaga? Would that be there? Are they all there?
Heaps of them, yeah. They've also got PC games and all different. Classic PC games is another link. Software library, MS-DOS games.
Oh, you know it all, Jace. You know it all. All right. There's Moon Patrol.
My Google View is amazing.
Oh,
They got heaps, haven't they?
Yeah, they have got heaps. Well, here it is. Look at that.
Moon Patrol, I love that one. That's what all these endless runner games these days are based on, Moon Patrol. It's just heading in the one direction and things come, you have to jump over them.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, insert coin. There we go. One player.
It's running meme.
Oh,
They're
there
worth
it
a
goes.
fortune, those old
There you
machines.
go.
There we go. I don't know how to work it, but there we go. Oh, that's the start. There we go.
Moon Patrol.
Oh,
I love the music on that too. It was very simple, but it was a great tune.
I don't know how to use it, but no. Anyway,
Cursor control keys.
no, it doesn't matter. I'll stop it.
Surprised I don't have a link to that directly on their webpage.
You're dead.
All right, let's keep going. We've got heaps of stories to get through.
I'm having fun.
I know.
Episode.
The lost episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into something more substantial. Now, you would have known maybe if you were reading our Facebook page, because I think this story got posted twice. Mac flaw allows full admin rights without a password. So that's pretty nasty. So what happens here is that you are able to access any Mac, apparently. Only affected Mac OS High Sierra 10.13.1. So you could, the login screen could come up and you could type in root as the user and what was it? I think it was a blank password and you just
you had to
go
hit
straight
enter
in.
a few times and it would just let you through.
Yeah, and you go straight in. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
It can also work from remote access too.
I know, very nasty. The issue was made public by software developer Lemmy Horan Ergen, who demonstrated the flaw and reported to Apple's tech support. Even when it was not possible to enter a username at the main OS login screen, the flaw could be exploited via the system preference settings. So an attacker could, for instance, enter root as the username in the users and groups preference setting, leaving the password field blank, clicking on the unlock button. After that, it was possible for an attacker to add new accounts with full administrative rights. So attackers with root privileges could turn off macOS security features such as file vault, disk encryption, install malware, and copy and delete data. So nasty, nasty stuff. How did this ever happen?
It's a pretty bad sort of bug, isn't it? Really?
Yes. Yes.
Like you'd expect something a little bit more
from Apple.
Yeah, not something so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And just something so easy, like, because I think like when you get
you expect some bung code in the back end somewhere or something that some hacker could find and use, but to just be able to log in via the root.
Maybe someone was doing some testing for a library and they commented a bit out, go, I'm sick of typing in my password. Yeah. I'll just bypass that for now and I'll fix it up later when we go live. And then they went live and now he's like,
no. I've just remembered. Yeah. Thanks, Lemmy, for reminding me. Now, so I think that this was, it's been patched. So if you've got a Mac with the High Sierra 10.13.1, there has been patched. I think it actually was pushed to mine today by itself. I didn't have to check it. I just looked over at it and there it was. Security update installed. But make sure.
You have a Mac?
I do. A Mini.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, a little Mini. That's what I record the audio on.
I haven't upgraded the High Sierra yet. I'm still on the old Sierra because we're making sure that our work software is going to work 100% before we upgrade to the latest thing. But you still get a lot of patches for Sierra, so it's a secure version. But until we're sure that 100% of our stuff is going to work properly, then we don't upgrade until someone goes, well, give it a go. So we try it out.
Yeah, well, you don't want any. No. Yeah, you don't want any.
I work from home and the company is in San Francisco, so if something goes wrong, it takes a long time to get it fixed.
Now, the other big story, I guess, this week is NBN. And, Jace, you got some info about NBN?
Yeah, well, prospective home buyers and those looking to rent properties are increasingly concerned with the type of internet connection the house has, with some willing to pay a premium for NBN fibre to the home, like what I have. One of the criticisms of the multi-technology mix employed by the NBN rollout is the fact that it is creating, or at least in the short term, a digital divide, depending on what access technology or home uses to connect to the network. As a result, those seeking to rent or buy real estate, particularly among the younger generation, are seeking out suburbs and homes catered to by the best technology. A very common question is the home NBN connected, says a real estate agent. The next question is it connected to fibre to the premise or is it fibre to the node? So the question around the type of internet connection has become top concern for buyers among traditional queries about the next bus stop and what school zone the property falls into. A lot of people do work from home nowadays, so it's really essential for them rather than just a want. Mr. Recep works for the real estate company NG Fire in southeast Sydney and says homes already connected to the NBN sell much quicker than those still waiting for the rollout. In December last year, a web designer made a Chrome browser plugin that will automatically check NBN availability on listings appearing on realestate.com.au domain in all homes, which proved to be very popular after he posted online. I hope people donated for that. Younger people are particularly keen to hunt out the properties lucky enough to be serviced by a full fibre connection. Real estate company Cribs, an online property service designed to assist young people with their home search, recently polled its users and found renters are willing to pay about $30 extra per month for a home with superior fibre to the premises NBN connection.
Wow.
We found that fast internet is becoming ever more important utility for young people who want to spend their time streaming Netflix and services like Spotify. Quality of internet ranked fourth for millennials when it came to house hunting.
Yes, well, NBN is important, and but it's just another thing where I guess you could just imagine that it would have happened that a potential buyer would have said no NBN here or no fibre to the home. I want $5,000 off the price of the home, and I'll put my own fibre in or something, and I'll buy it. Yep. So
I thought when this all began that I'd heard, I don't know if it's true or whether I heard it or not, but I thought I heard that Telstra and people like Telstra and Optus and all them were going to provide the consumer with the ability to get their fiber from the node connected to their house on like a monthly plan, you stay on our contract for 5 years, or contract to us for 5 years,
right.
we'll put it in for you, or something like that. Like you buy a mobile phone, you get it on a contract, and you pay the handset payment. I thought that was going to happen. I don't.
Instead, they said you can use the existing HFC, but it's pretty crap, and the Optus one isn't usable at all for NBN. The Telstra one sort of is, but the problem is it ended up being like cable, where if you're the only one in the street on it, you get the full speed, but as soon as other people start coming on, it starts dividing up the speed between everyone, and suddenly you can't watch.
That's because that node's been shared with everyone else.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think I think it might be TPG or something like that. If you are on fibre to the node, there is an option that you can pull fibre to your home, but it's still expensive. Yeah,
it's expensive.
Yes.
But hey, I'm the same. I've had people say to me, move to the country, and I'm like, I'm not moving out there.
No,
I'm not leaving my internet behind.
No, well, look, when
the funny thing is, a lot of the country places got it first. I'm in a small country town, and the whole town is fibre to the home.
Well, I know when I moved, we only moved house a couple of years ago, and that was one of the stipulations was I had to move to a cabled home. I had to have cable. You couldn't go back to ADSL, and because you don't know what speed you're going to get. You could be a long way from the exchange. You could be on a rim. You could have been any old how. But that's not the only NBN story through the week. The other sad news is that how I was all happy that my NBN was going to get connected. Well, no, because I'm on HFC, and there's been a big pause on HFC rollout.
It's a bloody shambles.
Of course it is. Now, NBN...
Time to move house. You better get on realestate.com.
Just moved house is the problem.
I'm going to have to get that...
Move to a bad area.
I'm going to have to get that Chrome thing.
So bad areas are now also places that don't have NBN.
Oh, but we'll look at
other bad areas.
It's only
the only definition for it being a bad area.
It's only a 6-month wait, so they reckon. So NBN Co reckon that they have paused.
What's another 6 months?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you're having fun. So NBN Co will pause all new orders after the HFC network until at least June 2018, as it works to improve the quality of service for internet service providers and end users. So currently 1 million premises are ready to connect, and 370,000 have been connected already. NBN have been adding an average of nearly 80,000 new premises every month. NBN claimed it would still hit its target to connect 8 million active end users and deliver a fully connected continent by 2020. So existing ADSL and HFC customers should continue to access their current service while these changes are being made. So look, I'm stuck on cable.
Well, that's a good backup, because before they were saying, if we say you're going to get this, we're going to cut off everybody, and then you'll have to wait until the NBN arrives, which could be 3 or 6 months down the line, in which case you've got no internet, no telephone for that long.
Well, I know, because I came home the other day, and I took a picture of what I found on my footpath, and I'll show you the picture.
Was it a dead cat?
Next to it. Next to the dead cat, there was this on the footpath, and this was like this for 2 days, and I just thought, this is why we've got issues with NBN. Now, this was just pulled out of the pit and just left in the sun.
Probably do it some good, dried out a bit.
It might have, but yeah.
Those Telstra pits get full of water really easy,
Oh, they're so bad. They're really bad.
It's only got Kahl's plastic bags holding them together.
Yeah, look, it's all that one's even degraded as well. So look,
you need to get out there and fix it yourself.
I was nearly tempted to have a go. Now, so
don't worry about the neighbours.
If he knew that it was NBN, he would have wired it straight into his house.
That's right. But for those on audio can't see the image. It's just a picture. Someone from the telco company or whatever, they've opened up, that little cement pit that's out the front of your house. They've opened that up and they've pulled out a hunk of wires with a big, I don't know, cylindrical distributor type looking contraption at the top. I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's what pulled out. But anyway, I saw the guys out there like 2 days later, and I said, what are you guys doing? And they go, fixing telephones. Oh, okay. So they weren't very chatty, so I left.
They're lucky someone didn't just yank that out of the ground and take it home.
Well, I know, but yeah, because I knew it was something to do with the phone, but I couldn't be bothered because I don't have a home phone, so I thought, no stress on my part.
It kind of annoys me that we have to have our home phones now over NBN. As much as NBN can handle it, and it probably works out cheaper for the companies to have the phone, each phone call go over the internet, but it's just kind of annoying having it.
Yeah.
Your phone dedicated, like your power goes off or something, your modem goes off. You got no phone, you know.
But I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a home phone. I've got the connection there.
Mine's mobile and that's it.
Yeah. What about
once NBN's on, you don't have it doesn't work as a phone anymore.
No. Well, I don't want a home phone anyway. I just use mobile.
Your home phone socket gets turned into just internet.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So then you have to, and then your modem comes with basically a phone socket. You plug your phone into that. So
right.
You're getting a VoIP phone. Basically.
Yeah, okay. But with the HFC, it just must be the same thing, but plugs into the cable. Yeah, same sort of deal. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I know, like, one of the things is, because I turn my mobile off at night, right? Like, I turn it off onto aeroplane or whatever, so I don't get the nasties going into my brain overnight. But the thing is, like, what happens if someone needs to reach you in an emergency? They can't, you know?
No.
So
I got mine sitting on the desk, on the drawers beside the bed. My brain's already fried. It doesn't.
It's like my my alarm system here at my house went off, and I didn't realise that I had to change the phone line in the alarm system to connect to the NBN so that it could dial.
Yeah, dial back.
The alarm had gone off.
Yeah,
because
right.
It was still going through the old phone line that doesn't work as a phone.
So what happened to that? Did they have to update technology, or they sort of figured it out?
No, I had the alarm system put in just before I had the NBN put on.
Right. So
you
what?
have to buy an NBN compatible one.
Phone line. Now it's not compatible with. It has to be the phone line has to be connected to the modem.
Right. So what do you do?
The alarm system. So when your alarm goes off, it rings emergency services over VoIP or over your NBN, not over your normal phone line. It can't do that anymore.
No. Oh, okay. So what's the dial tone like on the NBN? Is there still the same?
You wouldn't notice it. Unless you've got a bad modem. I mean, some of the modems. It took me 2 modems with Telstra to get one that actually had a good sounding phone call.
Yeah, okay. Because I know, like, how many times you get on these, VoIP calls with people, to companies or whatever, and it's just rubbish. Like, who's a recent example? Virgin Mobile, even. You're on this VoIP call. You ring up on a normal phone, your mobile, and you talk to it, just delays, and it's hard to hear them. And I don't know, the Indians are always having birthdays, aren't they, over there?
Yeah. So I think with the internet, there'd be no delay since the phone call, goes internationally over the internet without going through all the handshakes that it has to get, as it would have done in the old days, from tower to tower or exchange to exchange. You get a phone call from one point to, from point A to point B, but now it's just on the internet. You think there'd be no delay at all.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a worry.
They must have a slow ping time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They mustn't. Yeah, who knows? But I'll tell you who's not moving slow is that Amazon. So Amazon Australia is launching soon.
Are you sure they haven't opened yet? I think it's pretty slow.
Well, is it opened? It's supposed to have opened.
They've been talking about it for a long time.
It's just still the Kindle stuff there. Nothing's changed.
Well, it's supposed to have opened like last week or something, wasn't it? You guys were talking about it last week.
Well, they opened it to maybe a few dozen people, special customers and clients that were partners around Australia. They had a few beta testers, but it's not open to the public yet. Might be a while before it is.
Well, MSY is getting ready for it. We all know and love MSY, our local cheap computer store, who's got the nice ACCC notice up on their website at the moment. So that's still there. I looked at it today and I went, you're kidding.
They're very bad people, but you should still buy our stuff, okay?
But everyone would have seen, or most people would have seen their website, which is that black and red one. It's pretty old and clunky and sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Well, they're expected to roll out a new website because they're worried that, business is going to go to Amazon. So they're going to roll out a new website. Now, this was all found out because there was a guy, who was it? There was a representative of MSY who took part in an Ask Me Anything post on OzBargain.
OzBargain, for crying out loud.
I know. I couldn't.
Used to be on Reddit, but I read through that.
Oh, okay.
I read through the AMA and still a lot of the stuff that he was talking about. They're supposed to be on Reddit because that's what an AMA is for, but I don't know why you'd choose OzBargain.
No, that had me flummoxed. But anyway, so apparently they posted 2 job openings early this year for a Magento developer and a full stack developer to develop the site.
Not Drew Powell.
No,
What?
not Drew Powell. No. MSY will introduce a new centralised ordering system, that should be fun for them, aimed at shortening in-store wait times for customers that have ordered online. Down to 3 days instead of 5. Or not at all, actually. How many times have I ordered online thinking, I'll just duck in there and get that because I've ordered online like 2 days beforehand. So you go in and you go, we don't check those.
Yeah.
So, okay, can you get it for me now?
Well, they said it should also keep the stock inventory for all the stores so that the system will know whether they've got it or they'll get it soon or something like that as well, which would be good because you might order something, you turn up, where is it? Well, we're out of stock, that'll arrive in a couple of days, but when you're ordering on the website, you should be able to keep all of those for each branch in sync, I believe he was saying on OzBargain.
Oh, that's good. MSY will follow Kogan by adopting ZipPay, which allows customers to pay over an agreed period of time, interest-free for purchases up to $1,000. That sounds all right.
Not bad. Time to get a new TV, Glenn?
No, I just got one. I bought a second-hand one.
Yep. That was a good story.
What did I tell you about my second-hand TV?
When you were trying to get one from Kogan and they would deliver it to you because you're in the outback.
That's right, yes. I was too far away, just metro areas only. But ZipPay, I've never used ZipPay. I don't know if anyone here has. I can't imagine you'd get it for total for free.
I've vaguely heard of it, but that's about it.
Yeah. I reckon there must be like a setup fee. There must be some sort of fee. Might be interest-free, but it's obviously can't be fee-free. Not like the old days. So into
probably a monthly or yearly charge or something.
Yeah, like account keeping fees. Well, I remember the old days, when you go interest-free, it was interest-free. You could go for 18 months, not pay... Oh, you had to pay a minimum monthly amount, but that was all you had to pay. Then at the end of the time, you paid your balance. But if you paid it on time, and at the end of the time you paid it on time, there was no fees. You absolutely got it for interest-free.
They would have included the interest in the sale price, though, wouldn't they? They have to.
ZipPay says for customers, at the end of every billing month, they can choose to pay off their balance in full or simply make a payment that suits their budget. Minimum repayment of at least $40 a month required, and a $5 monthly service fee will be added to the customer's account for any month that there is an outstanding balance. No balance, no fees.
Well, there you go. But then it's not, why bother? What did you say, Jordan? It was added to the price. And
wouldn't they just... I've always thought that with those interest-free things, they just add the interest to the sale price. If you buy a TV, they just, they tell you it's $1,000. They put the interest on it. All of a sudden, it's $1,200, and you think
I went to buy a mattress once, and they were like, "Oh, you can get interest-free." I was like, "Cool, I'll pay that off over a couple of years. I could just buy it outright on my credit card." And they're like, "Yeah, it's only a $99 a year annual fee." I was like, "Okay, there goes my credit card. Ka-ching."
Yeah, because I remember.
People don't give away stuff for free. They make you believe that. But.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, if you pay for it now with your credit card, you can have these pillows and this quilt cover and stuff for free. We'll throw that in if you buy it all now. But if you pay it off, you don't get any of that stuff."
Yeah, so I think also I remember with that, that going back to that interest-free thing, you're right with the price because if I remember correctly, that was the difference between a cash price and a non-cash price. Didn't matter because credit card is considered cash, but you would not get a discount if you were going onto credit, and so that must have been out because they've obviously had to pay fees to offer it.
Yeah, they have to pay it. They have to pay the fees.
Yeah,
so they're going to put them off onto you somehow.
Yeah, it says merchants pay one small flat fee percentage per transaction. So you only pay when you sell. No setup fees, no monthly charges, no commitments, and no surprises.
Oh,
just like the government, right? They said no surprises or anything.
We're getting a surprise every day, aren't we? For the
government. Commission into the banks. Booyah.
Who saw that one coming?
That'll never happen. That'll never happen. Okay, we'll do it.
Yes, I know. But only lasts 12 months. Now, what else have you got, Jace? You got something hidden down there?
Yeah, Apple's latest range of iPhones have really stepped up the amount of storage capacity on its devices, offering welcome relief to users. But if you're still battling away with the 16 gig iPhone 6 or perhaps 32 gig iPhone 7, you'll know the frustration of opening up the camera app to be told your device is too full to take a photo.
Only too well.
Unlike Android phones, Apple doesn't give you the option to use a micro SD card to increase storage space. So if you found yourself having to delete podcast episodes, heaven forbid, don't do that.
No, not this podcast.
Photos. Yes, delete photos of the cute kids and grandkids, but keep the podcast. You could just download a new app. There's a better way. There are a bunch of external micro SD devices which cater to storage-hungry iPhone users. If you want to offload photos and videos or carry around your large library of music and movies for your iOS device, card readers that plug into your iPhone's Lightning port might be the way to go. For instance, the Leaf iAccess micro SD reader for iOS costs about Australian 65 online and is marketed as the easy way to get memory. You'd have to wrap it around the back of the device to make it as unobtrusive as possible. There are plenty of similar products on the market that are worth checking out. But if you don't want something awkwardly sticking out of the back of your iPhone, you might want to consider a wireless media hub, which relies on a Wi-Fi connection to provide exactly the same thing. For example, the 1 terabyte Western Digital My Passport Wireless can be found online for a bit over $220. It's about the size of a small square book and, among other things, can back up your iPhone or iPad and can connect your device to let you access external media. It's not the cheapest solution, but less expensive than buying a new phone.
Yeah, well, that could be the go. That could be all right, because I know my wife's got a 16 gig. She's always running out of space. That could be a Christmas present.
I saw them. I saw the article. I sort of browsed over it, and every time I see something like that for Apple iPhones and stuff, I always think to myself, they're still limited, aren't they? With because you can only Apple can only read certain files off that drive that you're putting in, the SD card that you're putting in.
Yes.
Can't.
Yeah, so
you can only read certain photos and certain movie files, and so you fill it up, but half your stuff's not readable.
I got this.
Oh no, yes. George's going to get the hate mail from the Apple lovers on the podcast. So, you hate Apple.
Really? I don't hate Apple. I just get frustrated with the limits.
I won't believe that.
I would be on there in 5 minutes, and I'd have an Apple phone all day long if it didn't restrict me.
So what's your biggest restriction? You mean like just movie files? Because like pictures, that's pretty much.
Well, VLC will play anything.
Well, most of them will. If you put VLC, but you got to have an app or something to play this file type.
Yeah,
that file type.
Yeah. But even like if you want to play a video file, don't you have to push it into iTunes first before it's sort of in the phone for it to play? Like there's some convoluted
iPhone stuff, yeah.
Oh, to get it to the phone, you mean?
Yeah,
like, to get it.
You've got to.
But even if you've got the SD card that you can pull out of your thing and shove it in your computer and put something on it.
I got a good app for mine that will play just about any.
Apple's got a file system now, hasn't it? Sorry to butt in.
Apparently.
But is it the full file system, or I don't know, or is it just kind of like an app?
I don't know. Maybe again.
iOS is really just the cut down Mac OS. It should support all of the files.
Because you never had access to the file system with the old Apples, did we?
No. They won't have a file manager or anything.
No. Yeah, but recently they added one, didn't they?
Sort of, yeah. You can drag stuff around with your fingers and copy them from app to app, and it'll drag it through from one app to the other, and then you let go, and it'll copy it through to that one. But it's still not like a file manager that you can get with Android, and you can just get full access to like a Windows Explorer experience.
Yeah. The best app I had on my iPhone was a thing called Air Video, and that allowed me to play. I don't know if it works for local storage, but I could play from my media server on my server any media file, and it would play on the phone. It would play it over the internet. So if I was not at home, it could still play it, and also it will send to Apple TV and Chrome. Your Chromecast. So that was a really good app. I still use it. It's great. I love it. And I can, I'm finding that Apple TVs, they're getting, waste of space, I think. I'm thinking about taking mine out because they don't do nothing anymore.
Look, Apple's getting better. The restrictions are getting sort of less and less, but it's still, I don't know, it's just one of those things. I suppose it just depends on the user, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, I don't do too much with mine, and but as long
I'm a bit of a.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you go.
No, I was just going to say I'm a bit of a Windows fan. Even with the Windows phones, I was kind of a fan, but I'm stuck on Android because I find that as the happy medium.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I might be
between Apple and
Windows, stuck in the Apple verse for the time being. But I'm happy with it.
A lot of people have like OS wars and stuff, and they say, "Oh, you hate this and you love that." For me, but I just use whatever is easy for whatever I'm doing at the time. My work computer is a MacBook Pro. I have a little iPad mini sitting next to me all day while I'm working, and it plays TuneIn Radio. I watch Leo's podcast from the Twit network. I have Discord running all the time so I can keep in touch with the other people.
It doesn't matter whether you've got an Apple or an iPhone. You could have an app like an iPhone sitting next to you, and you could have an Android sitting next to you, and you can still use TuneIn Radio on either phone.
And this computer that I do podcasts on has got dual screen. It's a Windows 10 computer, and my main phone is Samsung Android. So I just go with whatever I need for whatever situation.
And that's what I'm like. I'm the same. I don't hate on any particular product. Just use what I need to use for
my games machine is PlayStation 4, and that's better than the Xbox. No, I don't care.
Well, you got out of that one, Jordan. You might relieve yourself of hate mail.
I've got a lot of family that use Apple that criticise the hell out of me for using anything other.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
And then I use the they'll hate me on your listeners will hate me when I say it, but then I use the apples for the simple-minded.
Oh,
and they go and shut up after that. It's not too difficult for them.
No, that's why. Well, that's why I got one.
It's a good way to get back at them anyway. It might not be true. But they don't like me to say it.
Well, that's why I got an Apple, because it just does what I need to do, and that's pretty much it.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
Don't have to try too hard on Apple, do you?
No, that's right. Emails, phones, and that's about it. Facebook.
You just do everything Apple's way, and you'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
It's like being in kindergarten, isn't it?
It is. I'm holding my hand. Now, Bitcoin has surpassed $11,000 which is $14,519 or thereabouts, and it's just zooming up and up all the time. It's a record high. For the sixth day in a row, or after gaining more than $1,000 in just 12 hours. So there's more reports. The higher it goes, the faster it's going to fall, in my opinion. And
John McAfee has bet it's going to be $1 million soon, because we know John McAfee knows everything and he's awesome and stuff.
Well, if it doesn't hit $1 million, he'll come around with his guns and shoot.
Well, he said his computational model of predictions said about this time of this year it should be about 15,000, so he reckons he's on track.
Right. Okay. So anyway, it can't keep going up, can it? So this started at the start of the year. Okay, so now it's up to $11,000 a coin. At the start of this year it was 1,000. So that gives you some idea of how fast this thing is going up.
Who cares? It's Ethereum we should be caring about.
I know, and Ethereum is now worth...
Ethereum is up to $618.97.
Yes, and
I bought when it was $250.
Yes, so how good are you going? You should have bought more.
And my Litecoin is up to $122.49, and I got it when it was $50, so...
Yeah.
And 1.5 times for that one, and I haven't done anything. I said to Dad, how's your investments going at 4% in the bank? My Litecoin has gone up 1.5 times in the last 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be encouraging him to pull his savings out and invest in Bitcoins or Litecoins or Ethereums. But there's a lot of people around saying that, this could be the .com of this generation. The .com bust, the boom and the bust. Because there's nothing substantial behind its value. Nothing at all.
It's all speculation, same as oil and gas prices and stuff like that. It's all just based on speculation of investors and people who want to trade money and stuff like that.
The total value of Bitcoins in existence, and that's another thing, in existence, how does that work? Has now surpassed $167 billion. That's a lot of money, a lot of coin. One early transaction, this is back in 2009 when Bitcoins were first produced. One early transaction involved 10,000 Bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas. So
I knew we were going to do the pizza guy. He must be really sad. Worth like $312 million now.
Yeah, he would be sad. I wonder who's got those. So the boom has led the general rise in other currencies, as we just spoke about. So, yeah, there you go. So if you got some, hold on to them. Don't lose your wallet. And
Mr. Domino's is really happy.
Lately. It's surprising the people that talk about it.
What, the Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Well, we got a few.
They keep doing forks as well. There was an article from, I think it was Finder, just today about how there's a new Bitcoin diamond that's a fork of Bitcoin coming out. And they're like, I think this is the biggest scam to hit the internet for years.
Well, I guess, if you get in early and you buy, I don't know, you throw $1,000 if it was $1 each, you throw 1,000 at it, even if it doubled, which these things look like they're going off. Like, just locally, in that meetup.com, like there must be 2 or 3 Bitcoin meetups that happen around me. At least each month. I don't know how more regularly, because I watched one live stream of one and I went, oh, that was exciting. But it looks like there's a lot of developers and that out there just developing different things for the Bitcoin, so that's all good. Now,
the people I'm hearing from that are talking about it are people that aren't even tech orientated. They're just general people who say,
got to get the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's doing really well. I was thinking about getting into that. I'm like, do you even know what you're talking about?
Yeah. Tell them to go and
if
generate
a couple of million to invest, go for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if they know how to recover data from hard drives, go and talk to Will. Now, sorry, Will.
But remember, people, you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. You don't have to pay $14,000 to get in the investing if you really want to.
I just think the fact that it's on people's minds is just kind of...
Yeah. Well, they got Bitcoin ATMs and stuff like that now too.
But what does it dispense? Like just
money.
Cash? Like normal cash?
You type in your wallet details and it'll convert your Bitcoin into cash that you can take out of the ATM.
Yeah, Where's this? Did you say?
The US, I think, have got a few of them rolling out.
Yeah, right.
I just use the online Bitcoin or whatever it is website. Do it that
way. I use BTC Markets.
I don't use any.
It's an Australian one.
Now, Jordan...
Get with the program, Glenn.
I know.
I've heard the BCT Markets is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I just use the bitcoin.com.au, whatever it is, and you just go down to the bank and you give them the money and they put the coins in.
It for you.
Yeah, I did download Bitcoin, tried to do it all myself a few years ago, but I couldn't even work that out.
I can't mind anything anymore.
I think I got confused initially by having the wallet as software on the computer. It kind of threw me. I'm like,
it was like
expecting it to work more like PayPal, but then once I got the swing of it, I knew what it was doing.
Well, that's the good thing about buying with something like BTC Market is your wallet is on that server. You don't have it on your local computer, which crashes, or you accidentally wipe or lose the hard drive wheel, and then all of your wallet's gone.
Yeah, that's right.
It only exists in the one place. It's either on their server if you got one of those, or the wallet's on your desktop computer. The kids go in there and delete it or something.
So if you lose the wallet off your computer, your Bitcoin's gone.
Yep.
Oh, I never knew that. I thought it just pulled the information off some, global server of some sort.
So make a few backups.
That's why Will is very sad. He had 80 Bitcoins that he mined in the early days, and he doesn't know where the hard drive's gone now, so he can't access the wallet.
Oh, no.
Probably in the back shed, or he might have wiped it and put something else on or something like that. But
so there you go.
We have a ribbing about him with the Bitcoins every week, just as much as we rib Glenn about his slow internet. So it's all fun.
It is all fun. Now, Jordan, you had something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, if I can... I'll see if I can bring it up. You can... I didn't even prepare myself.
That's all right. Well, I'll just quickly go on to Office.
You do one, and I'll come back to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Officeworks is integrating with the Google Assistant, the Google Home, and the Google Mini. So, as if you couldn't ask it enough stuff, you can now ask it about Officeworks products. So, it's now officially enabled in the Google Home, the Google Mini, as well as eligible Android and iOS smartphones. Officeworks tells us its customers now have another way to engage with them. Just using your voice, you can search product information, check your product availability in store, find store locations and trading hours. If you're a Google Assistant user on the platforms mentioned, you can now have unprecedented access to information of more than 35,000 products online and 165 stores across the country.
That's worth it. Officeworks is brilliant because they've got the policy that they'll undercut anybody who's a brick and mortar store, really, by 10%. So, like when I bought my router for my NBN, it was going to be about $400, but because MSY had it for $300, they cut it down to $300 and then knocked another 10% off to beat MSY. But you have to ask it and show them the website, which they'll go to obviously prove that what you're saying is correct. But if it does exist there, then they'll match it and undercut the competition. So I'm like, when I moved here in this little country town, I'm like, oh no, I haven't got MSY, I haven't got the North Rocks Computer Markets. I'm going to have to pay extra money. And one of my friends is like, no, dude, go down to Officeworks, buy everything from there and tell them that you found it somewhere else and show them, and they'll look it up and go, yep, here you go, undercut, bang.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that as well. Because we've got an MSY pretty close. But I was just in Officeworks and I thought, oh, stuff it. I'll get it for 10% off. And they look it up and they go, yeah, okay, nice, no worries. All right. How did you go, Jordan?
Oh, I can't find it. See, I was rushed today, and I didn't
That's
get to
right.
extract the extract. I can probably tell you what it was off the top of my head. I was reading an article about Google has just done a survey or something in the UK regarding the release of a new smartphone that is going to be called the YouTube edition.
Right.
And it's going to, I don't know, basically it's going to be built around YouTube. So you turn your phone around, you'll have your grid view and for your YouTube videos and automatic uploading of all your YouTube videos and stuff like that as well.
So
I just can't.
Yeah, it probably has a little camera in it and everything. That why could you be bothered? You can't be bothered pushing 3 buttons to go into the app and do it like that. You got to have a whole phone that's dedicated, so you just have to turn your wrist and you're on YouTube.
Edition handset would have exclusive features like having live videos automatically played on the lock screen. Additionally, the phone would supposedly come with free wireless services up to 10 gigs for 12 months, have YouTube's own play on the stories captured by creators, a dedicated hardware button to launch the YouTube app, and much more.
Yeah, well, there you go. Now,
9 to 5 Google has got it.
9 to 5 Google. Good stuff. Yep. Now, Jace, you've got a couple. Let's whip through those ones that you've got.
Yeah,
please.
Reckless Pokemon Go players have racked up as much as $9.6 billion nationwide in costs related to car crashes, injuries, and deaths last year, according to researchers. The mobile game's geeky devotees have made headlines for causing traffic injuries and fatalities, with players either ploughing into pedestrians while driving or getting hit themselves while chasing Pokemon Go's virtual creatures into the street. In a study entitled Death by Pokemon Go, Purdue University researchers estimate that players across the country caused anywhere between 2.6 billion and 9.6 billion in traffic-related damages, including lost potential income from persons injured and killed. The study cautioned that these numbers are speculative, but added, however measured, the costs are significant. Researchers extrapolated the nationwide estimate from police records of car accidents collected in Tippecanoe County, Indiana, during a nearly 5-month stretch that followed the game's July 2016 launch. During that period, Pokemon Go counted for 134 additional accidents in the county alone, including 31 injuries, 2 deaths, and vehicular damages of almost $656,000, according to the study. That marked a disproportionate increase versus the months that preceded Pokemon Go's launch, researchers noted. Including the cost of 2 lives lost, the countrywide tab may have exceeded $33 million. By cross-referencing the locations of the accidents with the locations of Pokestops, in-game checkpoints that players flocked to, the researchers said they found credible evidence that Pokemon Go players were responsible. Right. In the game, players are encouraged to roam their neighborhoods by foot to find digital creatures that they can add to their collections. The more they walk, the more they catch. Many players, however, jumped into cars to take their games on the road in hopes of increasing the odds of catching a rare Pokemon or padding their stats.
I didn't think Pokemon was still going. Is that still going? I haven't opened mine for ages.
I played it a little bit for a couple of months, and then
I remember when it was big and it was on the news all the time. People, out in their cars with their phones out the windows trying to collect their.
Yeah, there was a guy who travelled to every single country in the world to be able to catch all of the different Pokemon types that were available.
I've got a friend now who's playing. What's the treasure troves or something like that? And you've got to find the treasures that people hide, and these are physical treasures. You've actually got to go out and walk around.
Yeah, that's
geocaching.
Yeah, geocaching.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Yeah, I've been doing that since about 2001.
Really?
Yeah, I got caches hidden all over Australia, from Brisbane down to Victoria and stuff.
I'd only ever heard of it like about a month ago. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good fun. You can join up with other people, and they have meetups and stuff like that where you can meet other people who are interested in it and find your Tupperware hidden in the bush.
Yes.
You get stickers that are like, I use $1 billion satellites to find Tupperware hidden in the bush. Stick it on your car.
Good. That's a good use of the technology. Now, what you got another one here, Jace? Something about what's cryptomining works on Windows. What's that one?
Okay, the new strain of cryptomining scripts that work through browsers continue their activity through a pop under window even after a user shuts their browser, researchers have found. Many websites have been outed for embedding such scripts in order to use the CPU and GPU power of users to mine for cryptocurrency. Security company Malwarebytes said in a blog post a new technique had been spotted in tests that carried out using Google's Chrome browser running on Windows. Researcher Jerome Seguro said that he had observed the following. A user visits a website which silently loads crypto mining code. CPU activity rises but is not maxed out. The user leaves the site and closes the Chrome window. CPU activity remains higher than normal as the crypto mining continues.
So that's what's
he
going
said that
on.
although visible browser windows were closed, there was a hidden window that remained open. This is due to a pop-under which is sized to fit right under the taskbar of the computer and hides behind the clock. He said that more technical users would be able to spot the presence of the pop-under window by running Windows Task Manager and terminating any browser processes that are still running.
Well, that's true because, like, I don't know if that happens more often than not because, like, you can close all your, especially say if you're doing a C cleaner, if you use that to clean all the temporary files off your machine, it won't run when the Chrome browser's open. So you close your Chrome and it says it still won't run. You still got browsers open. You go to your Task Manager and there's like 4 or 5 Chromes. X's still there. So you go close. I wonder if
you don't have to worry too many of those will be because Chrome, like other Chrome spawns a different process for every different thing it does.
Oh, no.
So that if one of them crashes, your browser doesn't die. Firefox and stuff will use a couple of processes and those will have all your stuff. So if you go to a website, often the browser will pre-cache 20 links or so that are on that page just in case you want to click on one of them. And so when you click on a link, that next site comes up really fast. You're like, oh, that was great. My browser is awesome. It's super fast because it rendered that page fast, but it's not because of that. It's because when you go to the first page, you go to aussietechheads.com.au, it'll start mini caching all of the other links that are on that page and spawn a different process for each of those. And when you close the main browser, those still haven't got the terminate signal yet, so they'll keep running for a bit.
Yeah, right.
But watch out for the Bitcoin mining, but you'll also have this other thing as well.
Now, there's a couple of other stories didn't get time to go through. If you're upset about that, Jace, you can talk about it if you like.
Right.
But one of it, so you go to the show notes and you can get the other ones. One that Jace had was Pentagon and NSA data leak through AWS bucket. Seems like a few things are going on with AWS. And I think I've got one there for about something or other. I forget what it is.
I've got another one about ACCC has been slammed by telecoms industry insiders over almost 7 months delay to implement NBN speed test monitoring.
Oh, right. Well,
Choice Magazine had a thing where you can apply to have a speed monitor device plugged into your NBN router, and it would just do speed tests randomly through the day and send information back to them. And I applied for that, but they have to pick you out of the basket when they get around to it. So I might yet hear back from them. But so far I've just got the thank you for applying for this email.
And I had another one about there's a couple of people have been done by Microsoft for selling pirated software. So that's another one in the show notes if you want to go and have a look at that. But the one I wanted to talk to Jace about was this Icon. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's a smart condom.
That one.
I thought you were going to talk about the watch. I'm thinking there's a watch called Icon.
So it's the Icon. It's a condom.
Wasn't there a watch you were going to talk about as well?
No, this is it.
He said this is the thing that we was talking about, similar to Fitbit, because it measures movement.
So,
okay.
So Jace might be able to start programming for this as well. Get ahead of the curve.
Get ahead of the curve.
That's right.
Pardon the pump.
So a British company claims to have created the world's first smart condom, which rates your performance and helps detect STIs The Icon Smart Condom is a little like a Fitbit for your penis. It provides all the statistics men need. So data includes, and boys and girls, if you're under 18, turn off now. It gets a bit rude.
He really wants to get us banned by YouTube, doesn't he?
Yeah. I thought,
we just got out of the last mess and now you're through this.
If you guys can get banned, I can get banned too, surely. Now, data includes...
We're promoting kids' YouTube, though, here, so we're off the hook.
That's right, yeah. You got to take the good with the bad.
Thanks for Google.
The data includes duration of your intercourse, calories burnt, number and speed of thrusts, girth measurements, and different positions used per week, per month, per year. It will also...
Well, who's going to share all that with your friends?
That's right. You can have a challenge, weekly challenge.
I have a weekly challenge. Glenn's in that one.
You can have live streaming.
I saw one time there was this guy who put some sensors in his bed and it would tweet out any time that he and his girlfriend were getting it on.
Apparently, this will help detect sexuality transmitted infections such as chlamydia and syphilis. So, if for nothing else, it's a healthy thing. Of course, if you're proud of your results, you can tell the world. Users will have the option to share their recent data with friends or the world. In a similar way to other health monitoring devices, it will use a nanochip and Bluetooth technology to relay the data to a smartphone app. Over 96,000 people have already pre-ordered the product, which will be released later this year for about $100.
They do have those challenges you were talking about, then the sales of Viagra is going to go through the roof, isn't it?
Yeah, so get all those emails out of your spam and stuff.
I wonder if it can send you notifications as well.
It probably could. It probably could, you know.
I can tell you it's broken.
Yeah.
Sends a message to your girlfriend. Boyfriend is horny again. Damn it, not again.
Jace could program a nice banner that just scrolls up and down or something, you know.
You're the 1 millionth person to do this today.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? I'll tell you, if we weren't G-rated,
virus protection,
you could go crazy. But that's
brings another meaning to the punch the monkey.
Oh dear, have you ever heard of anything so ridiculous? All right, so what? So we're ordering 3. Okay.
Yeah. What?
All right, we'll start one of those Patreons up. We all need one. Yeah, then we've got to share. That's the proviso. We've got to not the actual device.
Email address, warlock@gmail.com.
That's right. Oh, but why would you even? I don't know. Why would you even want to share it to their servers or whatever? What was it?
People are sharing everything else these days. You know, I think people have almost given up really on what they share and don't share.
All the things.
Yeah, that's right. Share everything. All right. Well, let's. Yeah, sorry, George.
Doesn't matter where you put your stuff these days. It's it can get hacked anywhere. I think people don't care anymore, to be honest.
Well, if you got one of these icon things, I'll tell you where you're going to be sticking your stuff these days.
All right. So there you go. I don't know where you get them, but if you want one, go to the show notes, follow the link, and I'm sure you'll get to where you want to go. Won't be that hard. Now, all right, you can. you can. You can get us on Facebook, YouTube, as I've said. You can follow us on Twitter. You can
not YouTube anymore. No,
you can banned from YouTube. What's this Vimeo like? Maybe they're all right. So email us.
You might have to cut the last 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, no, be right. Eric's done worse. So send us an email, Glenn, Eric, Jason, or Warlock, or Jordan at aussietechheads.com.au. It'll get to whoever you're looking for. All right, well, send us an email. You can send us an email from a voice email from the website, aussietechheads.com.au/podcast, and you push a button, record what you have to say, and send it in to us. So not many people have been using that, so why don't you be the first? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then we'll play it. You record it, we'll play it. Is that a deal? Sounds like a good one to me. All right, and also you can get if you go to the website, you get notifications on when new episodes come out. It'll pop up on the bottom of your screen. What more can you ask for? Just great. Show notes. Beautiful. All right, thanks, Jordan, for coming in. Good to see you again. It's great to have you again.
Great.
Good stuff. Worries. Thanks, Jace. Good to see you yet again.
Good to be back again.
Good stuff. And, thank you for downloading or watching on YouTube. No matter how you consume it, we are happy that you do. All right, until...
Like and comment.
Yes, icon. Now, so until next time, have a good week and watch the cricket. Go the Aussies. See you later. Bye-bye.